course, I'm no doctor. But if you ask me, Tom's gonna stay blind.
Now, Dee, what makes you say a thing like that? Or did Roger tell you something we don't know about?
Oh, no, Roger never discusses privileged professional things with me. The doctor can't do that. But if Tom was gonna get his sight back, why would he spend so much time trying to live without it?
Because, dear, he wants to be independent. He wants to be able to take care of himself, whether his blindness is temporary or not.
Are he and Faith splitting up?
For heaven's sake, Dee.
Well, I mean, everybody knows why she married him and the separate bedrooms and everything, and Tom told me point blank himself when he came home from the hospital that Faith doesn't love him anymore.
Now, how come he told you a thing like that?
Dee, please don't gossip.
I'm not gossiping. I'm telling you exactly what he said. Anyway, if Faith does love him and wants to stay married to him, I don't think it's very smart for him to be spending so much time around a pretty girl all day. Have you seen that girl that comes to teach?
No, I haven't. But I know that for a fact that Faith thinks very highly of her.
Now, then, look, if Tom is blind, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of difference whether she's pretty or plain, now, does it?
Well, still. Meg, did I show you my new watch for daytime?
Oh.
You know, I had that pretty bracelet kind with diamonds in it for night, but I think that's in poor taste during the day, so I got this.
Yeah, well, that's very lovely.
It's got 8 coordinated bands, colors, and it'll match just about everything I own. Actually, 4 are plain colors, 1 plaid, and 2 are stripes.
And 1 in Fitch.
Johnny.
Well, that must mean that your commodities have gone up. What are they now? Aluminum and tin still,
Didn't I tell you I'm out of tin and aluminum now? And just in time because, of course, as soon as I sold them, they went down. I'm in new potatoes now.
New potatoes. Oh, how in the world do you ever think of these things?
I couldn't begin to tell you. I just do. Anyway, potatoes haven't gone up. They're just holding. That's so aggravating. But I didn't think it was any reason not to buy the watch when I saw it.
No, I'm sure not. Oh, look at that. Dear Lord, black to the center. Use in that, is there? Oh, dear.
Anybody home?
Oh, Jack!
Hey.
Why didn't you call when you were ready? Mary wanted to go over and give you a proper escort. Oh, what happened?
It's a long story.
Oh.
Johnny?
Hello, Jack. Welcome back.
Hi, Dee.
Hi, Jack. How are you?
Oh, better than I was.
Yeah, Roger said you were a mess when they brought you in. I don't know why you went after those thugs all by yourself.
That wasn't quite... never mind.
Come on, sit down. Take a load off your feet. What do you mean it's a long story?
I was all packed, ready to go before breakfast. Roger came by, signed me out. All I needed was my bill, right?
Huh?
Simple, right? Computer cannot find my bill. The computer cannot find me or my record. So they push some more buttons, and they find out that I was sent home day before yesterday. Some poor devil's out there roaming around, thinks he's Jack Finale.
So what happens to you?
What happens to me is I'm pretty mad. They want to put me back in the bed and wait until they straighten everything out. The nurse says, you can't leave, Mr. Finelli. Can't I? Oh, watch. I pick up my bag and I walked out.
Without paying your bill.
Well, I figured I'll either send it to me or the poor devil roaming around out there.
Come on, Jack. Let's get you settled in. Mary's upstairs getting everything ready. She went into the office early today, so she'd have a couple of hours with you when you got home. Mary! Look what we got here.
Boy, that's Finelli for you. The last of the rugged individualists. Walking out. Dee, what the hell are you doing?
Johnny, it's time for us to get out of potatoes.
Ha! Out. We just got in.
That's the way it is with commodities. Believe me, the minute Maeve cut into this, I knew it was a sign.
What, are you crazy or something, Dee?
You know, I thought there was something funny when those potatoes didn't go up right away. That's the way it always is with me in commodities. I buy into one, and it goes zoom, right up the next day. But This is it.
You mean you would pull out of a $100,000 investment because Maeve cuts into a lousy potato?
Yes.
And I don't believe you. Dee, take a look, Dee. Here, take a look at this one, see? Gorgeous. Ah, this one. Fine. Maeve could have cut into any one of these, Dee. Here's a whole bowl full of perfectly sound potatoes.
Johnny, you said you'd trust my judgment.
Well, judgment, sure, Dee, judgment, but this has nothing to do with judgment. It's just superstitious nonsense. You mean this is the way you've been operating all along?
Well, it works. At least it always has.
You mean you're going to call up Mr. Grimley and say, Maeve cut into a bad potato, so pull me out of potato futures and into what, Dee? Huh?
I don't know. I have to think about it. Just wait a minute. Well, wait till Maeve comes down here.
Hey, but not a word to Maeve. You know that.
I know, but I'll get a feeling from her about something, and then I'll call Mr. Grimley.
Now, what? He'll laugh in your face.
Mr. Grimley does not laugh at me.
Now, listen to me, Dee, I'm sorry. I mean, you've done very well in commodities. You've been very lucky up to this point. But I hardly think your upward trends have anything to do with Maeve. I've often thought the lady was in touch with the angels, but hardly in touch with the commodities market. So, Dee, just think a little bit. And don't do anything foolish, huh?
Think about it. I never think about it. I just go with my feelings. God, if I have to be responsible for both of us...
No, wait. I never said I wanted you to feel responsible. I just asked you for your advice, Dee.
But I was...
No buts. Dee, please, remember, when I first came to you, I'd already lost almost half my investment. Now, I have to be very careful, Dee. We just can't act on impulse or anything like that. Huh?
Maybe you're right. It was just an impulse. Maybe I'm being silly.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you made a mint up to this point, Dee.
No, you're right. It's not the mature way to go about this. We'll hold on to potatoes and hope they begin to move soon.
Excuse us.
I don't mean to trouble you. It's just I want you to have these things.
Oh,
and those are the pajamas that you ironed.
Yeah.
You iron my pajamas?
I had a minute.
Oh, I can't tell you how good it is to have you all here.
Thank you, mate. Stay. That's better. Much better.
You can say that again. Imagine Finelli lost inside a computer. You think they'll send over 2 armed orderlies to try and take you back till it's all official?
Cop downstairs will stop him.
Ah, if he doesn't, I will. Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you're here. I just rattled around inside that bed. Daw for me to Finn to take up your side. But I said no. Thank you.
He won't pull back.
Hmm?
The covers.
Now listen, my love. You better get into those pajamas and into bed.
I just got out of my pajamas.
Well, at least lie down.
On one condition.
You're supposed to rest.
I'm supposed to take it easy. There's a difference. And there is no nurse to come through the door with a horrified look.
We're probably still talking neurology. Honey, I don't know how to tell you this, but I have to be working 50 minutes.
Right. Well, that's okay. Just stay close.
I wish I could tell you how scared I was the night it happened. When you opened your eyes, you didn't recognize me at first. Then you did, and you didn't. I thought you'd left me then.
I don't do that anymore.
But it made me realize you don't always have control. You think you have time to fix things? Say the things you meant to say?
Such as?
I love you. I know I say it all the time. But do you hear me?
I heard you. Long time ago.
You didn't want to.
Yeah, I did. I always did.
Never mind. Ma or somebody will get it. I just want to stay like this. Just the two of us. As long as we can. Till I'm 92.
You got 45 minutes.
That's a start. Come in.
Darlings, I'm sorry, but Mr. Ross is on the phone. I thought you better know.
Oh, God. Thanks, Ma. I'll make it as quick as I can. I'm still on trial. Hello.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry to trouble you. Is Jack home safely?
Yes, he is.
That's good. Would you mind coming over now? There is something I was planning to talk to you about this evening, but I find I can't be here. This is the only time I'm going to have today.
I'll be there as quickly as I can.
Thanks. Oh, my regards to your husband.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. What can I say?
No problem. Did he say what the rush is?
No, which makes me think I know. It's just 2 weeks since he rehired me. This may be the big review. Oh, honey. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's okay. You made time in the middle of the day, Mare. That's terrific. In a little while, Ryan will get up. Maeve's right downstairs. Relax and take care of business.
I love you. You're beautiful. I'll call you as soon as I can. If I get the chance.
Yeah, I know that. Georgia, believe me, I know that, but we just drafted it about a half an hour ago. Now, we're going to have to edit it and run it off. I know. I know. Georgia, look, I'll tell you what. I'll send it up by courier tomorrow morning. You'll get it no later at 11 o'clock at the latest. I promise. Okay, I'll see you.
She wanted it yesterday.
What?
Whatever it was. To Georgia, immediately usually means yesterday, if not sooner.
Well, she does get the job done, doesn't she?
I should be so efficient.
Are you kidding? You're fine. Anybody who can sit there shuffling papers for Frank and keep tabs on the phone conversation at the same time has got to be pretty good.
Well, listen, eavesdropping is a requisite skill around here, as well as the ability to forget it and just tune it out.
Discretion is your middle name. That's very good. You know, Warburg and Flynn should have learned that. They'd still be civil servants instead of making a bundle of money.
Who?
Warburg and Flynn. Oh, they just opened a new joint down in Georgetown called the Blushing Eagle. You've heard about it.
How would I hear of it?
Well, Nancy, if you weren't so busy around here all the time, you'd realize it's the hottest joint in town. I mean, the place is so busy, some nights you have to be issued ducats just to ensure your reservation.
What's the big attraction?
Warburg and Flynn. They do impressions.
Oh, come on.
No, come on, not the regular stuff. They do government officials, top dogs. I mean, cabinet ministers, Supreme Court justices, nobody's safe. See, Flynn used to work as an aide at the White House, and Warburg was in the top ranks of the Defense Department, so between the two of them, they've met about everybody who counts, as our friend Ray would say. Plus, they change the bill every night, so you never know who they're going to mimic. I mean, if you're really lucky, you might be sitting there while they're having dinner or something.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it sounded to me, too. I went by the place the other night, and they got their pictures out front, and Warburg's this little short, kind of pretty thing, and Flynn's a big, tall gal with red hair.
Wait, they're women?
Oh, I didn't say that? Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Would you like to go sometime?
Bob, I'd love it. Senator Ryan's office?
Hi. I miss you.
Hello. Mutual. How are you?
Lonesome. I keep thinking about you in the middle of neurosurgery.
Oh, that sounds kind of dire.
Well, I'm keeping it under control. But I did think something ought to be done. At least a conversation. My mother is getting worried. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. That sort of thing, you know.
Interesting. I seem to be in the same boat. What do you think we should do about that?
I think you ought to come on up here. Frank or Ray must have some sort of pressing business you can take care of.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, I do have 6 hours of surgery scheduled tomorrow, though.
Is that a threat?
Come on up if you can.
Hold on a minute. Bob, if you need a courier tomorrow, could it be me?
Well, I don't see why not. Can't hurt. You have to get up there early, though, you know.
No problem. Okay, it's all set.
Can we count on dinner? Not Lem's. Someplace where we won't be seen by everybody.
Dinner will be fine. Where? With violins yet? It's a wonder.
Hi.
Oh, I'm grateful to you for being so prompt.
Certainly. If that's tonight's copy you're looking over, I haven't had a chance to edit it yet.
I thought it could do with a bit of a polish, but I'll leave that to you. I hope my call didn't interfere with your husband's homecoming.
No, we had time to get him settled in. He has to rest. My mother's there, of course, if he needs anything. Is there some kind of emergency?
No, nothing at all. I just wanted to be sure of adequate time for discussion.
Of?
And your status here. The probation period we agreed on seems to have been completed. 2 weeks have passed since you were rehired. Are you aware of that fact?
Of course. I assumed you'd bring it up whenever you wanted to. I hope my work's been satisfactory.
Well, what do you think about that?
I beg your pardon.
I would like an honest assessment from your point of view.
All right. On the whole, I think I've done well. There was one major foul-up, that sign of spring story.
Yes, Mary Finelli speaking to us from the top of a double-decker bus newly out of storage. I think that would have been better with sound.
That was an equipment failure, for which I'm responsible because I didn't check out the maintenance sheet thoroughly. But other than that, I think things have gone smoothly. I was proud of the series on the fiscal crisis.
Yes, that was adequate. It was more than adequate. Because I'm still concerned about your tendency to use jargon, but there has been an improvement. And you do tend to go overboard to entertain at the expense of delivering the hard story.
I'll keep working on that.
Good, of course. One doesn't want to go to any great lengths to stifle your personality. I mean, on the whole, that's quite pleasing. And you've begun to develop more poise. Your manner is quite agreeable, and, well, your copy is considerably less garbled.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
And your attitude's improved. I liked your promptness just now. And you were more than cooperative about the change to the late night news. Oh, how is that working out for you, by the way?
It's better for the baby because I have more time for her in the morning. However, it's not so good for my husband because I don't see him that much at night. But we're managing.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because that may have to go on for a while.
Whatever's necessary.
Oh, yes, one other thing. I do have a special project in mind for you, a continuing series. I'll let you have the details as soon as they're developed. And, well, you would handle it yourself.
Alone?
No, under my supervision. Of course, it will mean some extra time and effort from you, but I think you'll find the game worth the candle. All right, then.
Thatcher, excuse me. Are you saying I'm rehired permanently?
Oh, I thought I made myself quite clear. On the whole, your performance has been quite acceptable. I think we can regard the probation period as over. And I feel quite sure that you will be able to sustain and eventually surpass this standard.
I'll try.
I start getting out of line, you remind me, okay? I gotta keep my temper with the old grandad, and I have to keep my mouth shut about your mama's job. And maybe everything will be all right. Yeah.
Parties, boys, and drama. Oh my! Catch up with the 5 sexy singles who are putting a new spin on Southern charm. Don't miss an all-new Southern Bells Louisville tonight at 10 on SoapNet.